Holy bubbly. That's lovely. Holy bubbly. बाबा हाथ दिखा बच्चे की साहस
Alrighty guys, so good afternoon and welcome to Billabong. My name's Christy and our two young lions, we've got Misty the female here and Milo is the male. So these two, they're just over a year old, they're about 15 months old now and they were born at Ukatula Conservation Centre in South Africa. So they have been hand raised by keepers from a really young age and that's why we can work in nice and closely with them. Now they won't reach their full adult size until they're about 2, at which point in time they'll be standing around a metre tall and certainly weighing a lot more than they do at the moment. So for Misty here, she'll end up weighing somewhere from 120, possibly up to as large as 180 kilos. And Milo will be even bigger, weighing somewhere from 150, possibly up to as large as 250 kilos. You're giving lots of smooches today, buddy. Now as they do reach adulthood, they will start to slow down quite a lot. So generally an adult lion will sleep and rest for about 16 to 20 hours. Do that, and the sound can actually be heard. And already it's quite easy for us to be able to tell who's who. So you'll notice Milo is already quite a lot larger than Misty, much more chunky in his build. Come this way, buddy. Hey, you're in the road. And he's also just starting to grow the very first little parts of his mane. So it is only the male lions that will grow a mane. Good boy. And the reason that they have this, it does help to provide really good protection around their sensitive neck area if they are fighting with a rival. But it's also a really good indication of their overall health and well-being. So if that male's got a beautiful full plush mane, it's a really good sign that he's got really good for the African lions here in Australia. And the reason that these breeding programs, and especially the conservation of the lions, gentle, you've been a bit silly, buddy. Hey, don't need to grizzle. So the reason that these breeding programs are so important is because unfortunately in the wild, good girl, we jumped lions in the 1990s to less than half that today at around about 23,000. You better go over there so you're not in Milo's way. Is it your turn? Big jump, buddy. So it does mean that the lions are now classed as a vulnerable species, loss of habitat. Good boy, very good. They're actually thought to have lost these coming into conflict with humans. So for a lot of the locals, they actually see the lions poisoned and shot to try to get rid of them. There's also a lot of illegal hunting that happens in the form of trophy hunting, but also the poaching of lions for their boners, more efficient and cheaters. So they are situated just on top of the speaker box behind you. $2 each or 3 for $5. Jump on board with and support. And all the instructions there are listed if you would like to buy something. Now throughout the day you'll see these two being pretty affectionate towards each other. So doing lots of affectionate head rubbing and licking and grooming each other, particularly around that head, face and neck area. Now this is because out of all the big cats, the lions that family group called a pride, and a pride's usually made up of around 1 to 3 dominant males. What do you reckon, Milo? You gonna come and get it? Around 6 to 8 females, and then their offspring. So depending on food availability, that total pride size could range from about 15 females who each have special jobs to do. It doesn't mean that the boys can't hunt, it is just a bit harder for them being that little bit slower, and also their big bulky mane kind of gives away their presence to their prey animals.